Hey there, it's Eric. It's Friday, March the 15th, and for this special edition of PBP Tips, I am in my car heading on the way to the North American Handmade Bicycle Show, which is being held this year in downtown Sacramento. So, short drive from PBP Tips headquarters out here in Carmichael to downtown, and I'm going to be looking at the bikes and, of course, focusing on randoneering machines that I'm sure will be there. So let's go see what's at the show. For 2017, the North American Handmade Bicycle Show has returned to Sacramento for the third time. This is the 15th year for the show, which in its Sacramento incarnation is a huge, sprawling exhibition of almost 200 different bicycle makers, component makers, clothing makers, basically everything you can think of to do with cycling. There's a lot to look at in the show. I spent a couple hours there today on the opening day of the show. Today's Friday, and the show's going to be going on for 2 more days, tomorrow and Sunday, March 16th and 17th of 2019. So here's a quick tour around the show. I didn't stop at every booth, but I did take a few shots. Here, for instance, is Steve Rex, local frame builder of some renown. Here's Jan Heine from Compass Bicycle and Bicycle Quarterly. So yeah, there are definitely some cycling luminaries in the crowd. Some of the exhibits were great. I loved Mavic brought an entire Volkswagen into the show. So you can walk around here for hours and hours. I know some people who will come back here for one or more, for a couple of days to be sure and see everything. It's a little overwhelming. Here is another really cool exhibit that I really liked. Squid Bicycle Paint makes spray paint for your bike. As I said, some people will come here for several days. If you know what you're looking for, I think if you were looking to have a custom bicycle built, you could probably spend a lot of time here and just kind of enjoy talking to the builders and seeing if you can find one who sort of matches your philosophy and the kind of bike you want to have made. If you're looking to buy just almost anything to do with your bicycle, this is a great place, from tools to clothing to tires to bicycle saddles and so on. If you're not, it's a little bit hard to spend a whole lot of time here, in my opinion. I felt I had seen pretty much everything that I wanted to see in a few hours. So I suppose I could go back and find something more to look at. There's Campagnolo's booth, by the way. Shimano was here as well, and I mentioned Mavic. So it's a great show. It's definitely worth coming down to Sacramento if you're in the area. Some of the booths have some really great stuff that you won't find anywhere else. The Horton collection was back again with their fantastic selection of vintage photographs and posters. A lot of original cycling posters from the golden era, which I wish I had the money and the wall space for. Now, one thing that disappointed me was this selection of randoneering bikes. I didn't see a whole lot there. That was one of them that I saw. There were a couple, a handful of others. Steve Rex had one. But it was set up with upright bars, which doesn't to me really translate into a rando machine. So there were a few here, but not as many as I would have expected, particularly in a year when we're all going to PBP and when randoneering is really on the minds of a lot of people. That, by the way, really quickly was the booth of Rivet Cycles owned by Deb Banks, a good friend of mine, and Aranda News of some renown on her own. So, as I said, lots of stuff to look at the show. If you're into exquisitely made, very shiny objects, this is the place to be. So, as I said, if you're in the area, definitely stop by. It's at the Sacramento Convention Center now through Sunday.